what do you know now that you wish you'd known when you started hiring and recruiting top talent?
So, the person who I actually thought was the most insightful interviewer of, normal team members was Arash, who was the co-founder and CTO at
Yeah.
Dropbox. Arash is the most challenging interviewer I think most people interviewed with him have ever experienced, because he'd be on his laptop the whole time. He wouldn't look at you, and somehow he would intuit things about you that you probably didn't even know about yourself. He's a pretty remarkable guy in that sense, and he was actually the person who kept the talent bar at Dropbox as high as he did. Like Dropbox has that well-earned reputation for being a place where lots of talented people worked, and the bar would have easily come down if it wasn't for him. So I would say that being rigorous on keeping that talent bar high is super important. And then beyond that, work ethic, passion, intensity, finding people who are working for you because they're really excited about what you're doing and not because you're a hot company. I mean, if I was to say one thing, that would be the one thing.
Sujay, Somesh asked me to ask, why did none of the great talent stay? I agree with you. It's like the PayPal mafia, unbelievable talent, but the retention didn't last.
Well, I think it's
Why?
the same as PayPal, right? Like when people join a company and they think it's going to be worth $1 trillion, if it's worth $10 billion, that's amazing. I mean, there's not going to be many after this whole recession is done that are worth 10 billion, but Dropbox will be because it's just a cash flow machine. But you don't make generational wealth if you're employee 500 at a $10 billion company. Whereas if you're at a $100 billion company or a $500 billion company, it's really, really hard to get motivated to go through the full startup grind. And so I think and it's easy to stay. And so I would say that if PayPal sold to eBay for 50 billion, I doubt the intensity and commitment to pursuing startups would have been as high for as many of them. Certainly some, but not most.
Jeffrey, you've hired incredible teams. What do you know now that you wish you'd known when you started hiring incredible talent?
I would actually have to say, Harry, that there hasn't been a new lesson for me in that. I think it's been consistent for 40 years, and that I've always looked for people with extraordinary passion, driven, type A, here's what it takes to come to work in the environment that I'm in and I'm building and what I'm trying to do. It's not right for everybody. I'm infamous in this town for having said a line in my early Disney days. If you don't come to work on Saturday, don't bother coming on Sunday.
Tell me about that. Enon told me to ask you about that one.
Well, I meant it when I said it. So that's the probably I've learned my lesson, which is I actually have come to understand there is a work-life balance that actually makes somebody the best version of themselves. But the sentiment there is I wanted people who wanted to go to Mars with me, right? I wanted them. We were on a mission. It was a very high bar for us to get to where we were going to. It's not right for everybody, but if you're going to be in this environment, I want you 110%. What I have learned over the years is that different people, some people are night owls, some people are, daytime is where their greatest productivity is. And you need to make allowances for those things. People that wanted to raise a family. Sujay's in the middle of raising a family right now. It makes him a better person, a better executive, better rounded in that. And so I want him.
I haven't seen them in 2 weeks because I'm on the road for work, but who's counting?